Alright, so today we are going to go over the checkup 1 that you guys just completed. So Tyler asked for a fish tank for his birthday. The tank he wants is a rectangular prism, 20.25 inches long, 10.5 inches wide, and 12.5 inches tall. So the first thing that I want to do when I know that it's a rectangular prism is to draw it out. So I'm going to draw this so that I can picture what we've got going on. Oh, it didn't work. Okay. So I know that it's 20.25 inches long, and then 10 inches wide, or 10.5 inches wide, and then it is 12.5 inches tall. I'm going to write the 12.5 over here. So it says, how much water will the fish tank hold? Show how you found your answer. So if I want to fill something, I know that I need to find the volume, and we know that the volume of any rectangular prism is length times width times height. So that's easy, we just got to plug in the numbers. So our length is 20.25 times the width of 10.5 times the height of 12.5. Then we go over to our handy dandy calculator and we take 20.25 times 10.5 times 12.5. And that gives us 2,657.8. And then it's inches cubed. For the next problem, it says, how much wrapping paper will his father need to wrap the fish tank? So if we're wrapping something, that means that we need to find the outside of the rectangle. So I know that I need to find the surface area of the entire rectangle. So to do that, I'm going to take all of my side lengths and find the area of each surface that I can see from the cube that I just drew. So I'm going to just copy this 12.5 so that we know. So we know that the 12.5 times 20.25 will give us this area right here. So I'm going to go 12.25 times 20.25, and that's going to give me 253.125. And then I've got the 10.5 times 12.5. So 10.5 times 12.5 gives me 131.25. And then finally, the last dimensions that I have, this is 20.25 times the 10.5. So I've got 20.25 times 10.5, and that's going to give me 12.625. Now finally, what I have to do is add up all of the sides and multiply by 2, because each side of the rectangle, there's 2 of them. So I'm just going to add them all up. So I've got that 112.625, 253.125 plus 131.25 equals 597. but I have to multiply that by 2 to find all 6 sides. And so my total surface area is 1,194 inches squared.
It's done.
So the next question asks us how, if we increase that tank by a scale factor of 8, how many times greater is the volume? Well, we know that volume is the dimensions, cubed, because there's 3 dimensions, right? And so we know that in order to find the correct scale factor, we need to take 8 cubed, which would give us our answer of how many times larger from the original. So we're gonna take 8 times 8 times 8, and that's gonna give us 512. So the new aquarium that has been increased by a factor of 8 is 512 times larger. The volume is 512 times larger than the original one. And then if we do the same thinking for the surface area, we know that surface area is 2 dimensions, so we only have to take 8 to the second, which is 64. So the surface area is 64 times greater than the original tank.
That's great.
Sometimes I just don't know how to